Hello and welcome to 7-Minute Guitar. We're going to start a new segment and we're going to call it Theory Thursday. The goal is, on Thursdays only, to teach you a short amount of theory. So just like normal, with learning the guitar, learning the theory, we won't waste time. We're going to get right in. So for this Theory Thursday, we're going to talk about music notation. So what this means is we're going to talk about the treble clef. We'll also take a look at the bass clef, but the treble clef is where the majority of the guitar playing is done. On the lines and in between the lines. On the lines, a note that lands on the lines has a name. In this case, this lower line is an E note. This line here is a G note. This line here is a B note. This line here is a D note, and this line here is an F note. In the spaces, you have an F, an A, a C, and an E. You'll take a quick idea that if this is an F note and this is an F note, then the next space should be, tell me? That's right, a G note. So if there was a fingers out of the way. If there was a note here riding above this line, it would be a G note. So currently, this is the treble clef. This would normally have that squiggly back, and this is the bass clef. Okay, I can show you the bass clef. Here would be the bass clef. Here's the treble clef. Now, this is showing mnemonic devices to remember the name of the notes. If you can remember on the treble clef, every good boy does fine. You will then know that this line houses all the E notes, this line houses all the G notes, this line houses all the B notes, and this line houses the D notes, and this line houses the F notes. In the space, if you can just remember, in the spaces are the faces. Ha-ha! Then you'll know that this space houses all the F notes, this space all the A notes, this space all the C notes, and this space all the E notes. Now when I say all the E notes, you're thinking, isn't there just one? Remember, you can sharp the note and you can flat the note. So in reality, every position has the ability to give 3 notes. Sometimes you'll run across some very complicated music and it will have all 3 notes in there, and you're thinking, but isn't this in the key of G? Now on the bass clef, we have a different mnemonic device. Good boys do fine always. Now, you can remember this or not remember this, it's totally up to you. Guitarists rarely, and I'll just say rarely, use a bass clef. But if you're interested because maybe you're transposing some sheet music and you're saying, what are these notes down here and how come my song doesn't sound right? Good boys do fine always. Now so far these 3 mnemonic devices are practically universal. You will hear music teachers, other musicians use those mnemonic devices often. This mnemonic device for the spaces of the bass clef, I learned all cows eat grass. The mnemonic device I found is all cars eat gas. So either way, it still means that this is all the A notes, this is all the C notes, this is all the E notes, and here is all the G notes. The treble clef and the bass clef came into existence because of the piano. It has a wide range of being able to play. Now, showing right here, it shows our notes, and I picked up the piano on my iPad. Now, middle C, right here, corresponds to this middle note between the clefs. If you see both of them, you'll only have one space. That's C note. And incidentally, the C note on the guitar that corresponds to middle C on the piano is the 5th string, which is your A string, and the 3rd fret. So if you push the 3rd fret on the 5th string, you'll get the same C note that is called middle C on the piano. Here we have the treble clef as it relates to tablature for guitar. Now, the treble clef is only used for the guitar. Bass guitar will use the bass clef. But for guitarists, they're pretty much just stuck playing that treble clef. So what these numbers mean down here is the note you see on the treble clef relates to a fret position and a string position. So this, I said before, the C note, this middle C corresponds to the 5th string, 3rd fret, while also the 6th string, 8th fret. So depending on when we get into scales, what you're playing will depend on where you put your finger. You'll notice that each note, this high C, you've played this note before when you played a C chord. Right there is where your index finger is on the 2nd string. So to stay with our goal of one lesson in 7 minutes or less, we're going to cut it here. But all these pictures that I had, I'm going to put up at facebook.com/7minuteguitar. If you like what you saw, please subscribe, please share, please like. Thank you and have a great day.